My name is Abdullah Zaki, and I am the principal at Kelly Miller Middle School. So my history with DCPS, I've been the principal here at Kelly Miller going on 5 years. Before Kelly Miller, I was an assistant principal at Banneker Academic High School. Before Banneker Academic High School, I was an assistant principal for 3 years at Ballou Senior High School. And prior to that, I was a teacher at Roosevelt Senior High School, which is also in Washington, D.C. The vision that I have for Kelly Miller Middle School is to become one of the top 3 middle schools in DC, not just in DCPS, but whether it's a DC school, a private school, or a charter school, we want to be in the top 3. We want to make sure that our school is a viable option for our community. In terms of the vision that I have for the students that are at Kelly Miller, when they leave here, we want them to have options, whether they go to a neighborhood school or whether they decide to go to a specialty school. We want to make sure that we've done everything that we can to help them grow into scholars, and that they have options once they leave us. In math, close to 60% of our students are proficient, and this is due to the fact that we have great teachers here and that they do a lot of work in terms of looking at our students' data to take them from where they are to where they need to be. In reading, we're close to 40% proficient, and it's really due to the same thing. We do a lot of work to take students from where they are to where they need to be. Unfortunately, we also have a lot of students who come to us who are several years below grade level, and to close that gap, it takes much more work than to close the gap with math. I don't believe that I'm personally responsible for the academic growth that our students have achieved here at Kelly Miller. I believe that our team as a whole, we are personally responsible for the growth that our students have achieved. And that's because we work extremely hard as a team, as a family, to make sure our students get what they deserve and what they require to attain the results that we strive for. Our academic expectations of our students is that they achieve growth throughout the year. So if we have a student that's coming to us and they are 2 or 3 grade levels behind, we want them to make up those grade levels before they leave us. If we have a student who's reading at the high school level, we want to make sure that we're pushing them even further. So growth is our primary focus, and that growth we want to have happen at an accelerated rate. So we're not hoping that if we have a kid that's reading at the 3rd grade level, that they're reading at the 4th grade level by the time they leave us. They're reading at the 3rd grade level. We want them reading close to their grade level once they leave us. And the same with math. In terms of hard work or natural intelligence, when it's compared to what's a bigger determinant factor of student achievement, we believe that hard work is a greater determinant factor. We have a lot of students who are extremely smart, and we have a lot more students who work extremely hard. And what we've seen over the course of the year, is students who work extremely hard, students who are highly motivated, always outpace the students who come to us that are just naturally gifted. The way in which we keep track of how our students are performing throughout the year, we assess them on an ongoing basis. So every 2 weeks, our students take a mini assessment that gives the teachers the data that they need to change their instruction if they need to. Also, at the same time, we assess our students quarterly on a bigger assessment that allows our teachers to do the same thing, but at a greater scale. And when we're able to do that, we can pull students and figure out exactly where we need to target our instruction so that they'll continue to experience the growth. Our behavioral expectations at Kelly Miller for all of our students is that they're respectful, responsible, and ready for success at all times. At Kelly Miller, we consistently make sure that we are communicating with our families and with our teachers and with students in terms of the expectations that we have of them. So if we have students who are not meeting our expectations, we bring the families in and we have a conversation. We do a lot to reset our students to make sure that they have opportunities to learn from the mistakes that they make. At Kelly Miller, we reward good behavior by doing a wide variety of things for our students. One thing that we do, we give our students Pride Props, which is essentially money that the students can take to our school store and buy school supplies, electronics, art supplies, so on and so forth. The second thing that we do here at Kelly Miller, we reward our students with essentially fun time, which we call Pride Choice Time. So within a 2-week span, if students haven't received any referrals and if they've demonstrated like excellent behavior, they'll have opportunities to play board games, they'll have opportunities to go to the gym, they'll have opportunities to go outside and have fun with their peers. And one thing that we just started this year is our Xbox One room. So they'll even have an opportunity to challenge me in Madden if they want to get taken down. So I do not believe that I'm personally responsible for the professional development of my teachers. As an administrative team, we are all responsible for the professional development of our teachers. And on top of that, all of our teachers are responsible for the development of our team as a whole. The way we approach essentially everything that we do here is from a family concept. So like what we try to do is make sure that we're holding each other accountable and we're all becoming better together. We use resources that are provided by the district as well as resources that we have in-house and from other partners to make sure that our academic practices, our instructional practices are improving. When we have a teacher vacancy at Kelly Miller, our first step is to reach out to our community to see if they have any friends or other colleagues at other schools that would like to join our team. Once we do that, we take our teachers through a pretty rigorous process. It involves an interview with our personnel committee. It involves teachers delivering a mock lesson to our students, and then it involves a follow-up interview. If in fact they make it past those 2 steps, a follow-up interview with myself where I will make the final decision. So the way in which we evaluate our teachers at Kelly Miller, we do it formally and informally throughout the entire year. So not only are we looking for our students to grow and become better students, we're also looking for our teachers to grow and become better teachers. And this is done with routine and continuous feedback throughout the year, through the help of our academic dean, through the help of our administrative team, through the help of our instructional coaches, and through the help of our teacher leaders. We all rally together to make sure that we're all improving at the same time. The way in which we engage our parents in their child's education in the school, we make sure that our teachers are consistently reaching out and calling parents. We've partnered with an organization called Flamboyant where we have our home visits. And so it's always a goal for us to get into over 50% of our families' homes so we can discuss not only academic and behavioral expectations, but also like the dreams, aspirations of their kids and how we can help support the dreams and aspirations of their kids in our school. So not only are we just looking to get our families into Kelly Miller, but we are actually taking Kelly Miller into the homes of our families. Other things that we do, we have an electronic grading system where teachers can enter their grades, can upload their assignments, and parents can, even from their smartphone, check their students' grades. They can pull up their kid's assignment. They can send an email to their teacher. The teacher can respond back. So there's always the avenues of constant communication between our families and between the school. Also, we're connected socially. We have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram page, we have a Twitter account, and we also have a website. So follow Kelly Miller. I'm available to talk to parents at any time. I have an open door policy. They can call, they can come right up to the school, they can send an email, and there will be a response.